Most people have one checking account and wonder why they're always broke. The money comes in, the money goes out, and somehow there's never enough. But the most financially organized people don't budget at all. They set up 5 bank accounts and let their money manage itself. Here's why that works. Psychologist Roy Baumeister discovered that willpower functions like a muscle. Use it too much and it gets exhausted. Every spending decision you make throughout the day draws from the same finite reservoir of mental energy. The harder you work today, the more likely you are to cave tonight. That's ego depletion, and it's why evening spending spirals out of control. When all your money sits in one account, every single purchase requires a complex mental calculation. Can I afford this $90 dinner if rent is due on the 15th, the car payment hits on the 20th, and I still need groceries? That invisible mental tax is called decision fatigue. By evening, your brain is completely drained. And that's exactly when the late-night online shopping begins. Impulsive spending spikes when cognitive load is at its peak. Here's the cruel part. Strict budgeting works exactly like strict dieting. Deny yourself everything, and your brain fixates on what it can't have. Researchers found that people who consciously restrict themselves experience more intense cravings. The same thing happens with money. That pressure builds until it ruptures. Months of careful saving destroyed in one emotional shopping binge. That's revenge spending. And afterward, nothing but exhaustion, guilt, and a pile of things you didn't need. So if willpower always runs out and discipline always fails, the answer can't be to just try harder. The answer is to build a system, one that makes the right financial decision for you, automatically every single time. Behavioral economists call this choice architecture. Nobel Prize winner Richard Thaler proved that environment shapes behavior far more than motivation ever could. The trick is reversing the friction. In a traditional setup, spending is easy and saving is hard. In the 5-account system, saving becomes the effortless default and spending requires deliberate action. Here's the blueprint. Account number 1 is your bills-only checking account. All income lands here first, and every bill is automated. Rent, utilities, insurance, phone, internet. Every single bill gets set to auto-pay directly from this account. Your brain no longer tracks due dates or juggles numbers. Bills paid, no debt, freedom over everything. Account number 2 is your spending allowance. A fixed amount auto-transfers every pay period for groceries, gas, and daily life. When you open your app and see $300, that's real money you can actually spend. No mental math, no hidden obligations lurking underneath. Account 3 is your emergency fund. It must live at a completely different bank, in a high-yield savings account earning real interest. That physical separation creates a 24 to 48-hour transfer delay. When you're tempted, that built-in cooling-off period lets your rational brain override the impulse. Account 4 is the game changer. Your sin fund. A set percentage auto-transfers every payday for whatever brings you joy. Dining out, concerts, spontaneous weekend trips, absolutely no tracking, no categorizing, and no guilt required. This is the antidote to revenge spending. When fun money is pre-authorized, the deprivation that triggers binge spending simply vanishes. Paradoxically, giving yourself permission to enjoy your money usually means you end up spending less overall. The urge to rebel disappears. Account 5 is your investment auto transfer. Money moves into your brokerage or retirement account before you ever see it. Look at what $100 invested in 1980 would be worth today. Traditional budgeting says income minus expenses equals savings. Whatever survives the month gets saved. The 5-account system flips it. Income minus savings equals expenses. You pay your future self first. Here's how it looks on payday. $2,000 arrives, 10% flows to investments automatically, 5% to your emergency vault, 10% to your sin fund, 25% to daily spending. The remaining $1,000 covers every bill. 0 decisions required. Setting up this entire system takes about 4 to 6 hours, but that one-time investment returns thousands of hours of mental freedom. Budgeting fails because it relies on making the right decision every single day. Systems work because they make the decision for you.